Hey everybody, and welcome back to Rare Barrel, the channel where we talk about everything whiskey, bourbon, rye, not the scotch. We're not them. We're not those people.
No, thank
That's
you.
not us. Today we've got in front of us, actually we've got in front of you, our good friend Jeff. He's back. He's back for more. And in front of us, we have the most iconic Amburana blind this side of the Mississippi. We're gonna let you in on what it is we'll be sipping here, starting with Barrel Bourbon.
I've not had that. I've seen it, but I have not had that.
This is their Edition 1, 5-year aged, coming in at 116.42 proof. They get down to the hundredths. Wow, accurate.
That's some math.
That's some math right there. Cask finishing series, and you guessed it, Amburana. You're gonna hear a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Nextly, we have RD1.
I have had this. This is excellent.
I'm excited for this one. I have
should
not
be.
had it, but I'm going to change that right now. This one is coming in at 110 proof. Now, is Amburana only from Brazil?
I think so. It's the type of wood. And these whiskeys are a part of a trend of putting enhanced flavors through a stave or through finishing the whiskey in a barrel
With this type of wood
this type
stave.
of wood
Yeah.
stave, or the barrel itself
Yep.
being made of that Amburana wood.
Wow.
Some people really like them. It's polarizing. Some people don't really like the cinnamon flavor. For me, cinnamon in my mouth is always a good thing.
You can't
I
go
love it.
wrong.
Can't go wrong.
And anybody who says that is wrong is wrong.
And here we have Doc Swinson's. I have not had this.
Neither have I.
Kind of exciting when it says exploratory cask. So that seems interesting. 102.8 is a proof on this one. Double wood, which is interesting. So that means it's been finished in an Amburana cask. So that's kind of cool. Double barrel. That should, especially with a wax seal. Get kind of excited about that, right?
It's special.
I'm excited about that. And then this one I have also had, as you can see.
Me too. With him.
And I have shared. Yes, that's why this is open and already here. This is Redline. Interesting, newerish type of distillery. I've heard that it's been started by people who were in the wine game before.
Dang.
Yeah. And the idea of the Redline is apparently somewhere in the barrel there's a very sweet element.
Wow.
That's what they call the Redline. Anyway, this Elements version is kind of a popular in the Amburana realm. It's harder to find here in the great state of Minnesota, but it can be found in other states. I know they're expanding their
Where did you
reach.
find this one?
I found this one, oddly, in Wisconsin. A friend of mine had given me a pour of this from a different single barrel. And he said, hey, he knew that I liked it. And he said, hey, this is the same stuff, and you can't get by that in Minnesota. I thought, you know what? I should buy it. And I bought it. And there was a friend who wanted me to open it. You're the friend. Right? That's what we were supposed to do with whiskey and bourbon. You're supposed to share it with your friends. That's what we did. And now we get to compare it against other ones.
What's that proof on that one?
Proof here is 103.
What's the proof on the dock?
The dot is 112.8, so almost 113.
Wow. So we've got quite a variation, I guess, of proofs, starting with that being the lowest at 103, 110 for the RD1, then over to Doc at, what was it again? 112.8, and then this guy, Barrel, coming in at a whopping 116.
All right, I see there's some strategery here with your identifying the proof. Does this help you identify
It does.
the whiskey?
Yeah.
I would think so.
Proof point is important. Not always will you tell, because as we've seen in many other blinds, sometimes the proof is hidden.
Because it's so smooth.
It's balanced, it's smooth, it's everything. So that may not do it, but it's always nice to know going in.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. Starting from the left. Now again, we're gonna tell you our favorite. We're gonna rank them, but then we're also going to, as a secondary side guess, which one is which. Ooh,
Do you smell cinnamon?
a slight bit of cinnamon, sir.
If you didn't, there'd be a problem.
Wow, that's good. That's going to be the note that you hear pretty much on every one of these things is, wow, there's some cinnamon.
Or gingerbread.
Yep. Wow, that's good. Let's go for it. Yep. Wow.
A little sharp on the tongue.
Yep.
On the very tip.
Yep. Cinnamon's good.
Cinnamon is good.
Pretty smooth. Mm-hmm. Once you get past the tip of the tongue, it smooths out.
100%.
Wow.
Decent viscosity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just a little prickle right there at the tip.
Mm-hmm. I enjoy it. Now, I know, and you read about it being polarizing. I don't understand it.
I don't either.
I love cinnamon flavor
Yep.
in a whiskey. Drinking it neat like this, especially in the cold winter months, holiday season, I think it makes a lot of sense.
We were at a whiskey, it was a cocktail mixing class. And the person putting the class on said there's some liquid or something like that if you gave it to everybody on the planet, a third of the population would say, this is amazing. A third of the population would say, this is disgusting. And a third of the population would be indifferent to it. And that's kind of where I think Amburana or all flavors will probably fall in that somewhat, but Amburana seems to be that in the whiskey community where some people are like about it.
100%.
Some people are like super against it. Other people are just like, whatever.
Yeah,
but I am for it.
This is not what I would consider like an aperitif or before you have your meal.
It's
But this
dessert-y.
is dessert. This is like, hey, I got some cashews, I've got some dark chocolate,
Yep.
and I got my Amburana.
The cinnamony whiskey. All right, number 2.
This color is a little darker.
Yep. Ooh, wow. You're not
Smells more refined.
You're not gonna believe this, but I get a little cinnamon on the nose.
Are you tasting Big Red?
It does get a little more balance to it on this one.
Yeah, this one smells more refined.
Wow. Am I getting a slight bit higher proof on this one? Ooh.
A little more butter.
Yep. This one you can feel the proof a little more. Whether or not it's proofier or not, you can feel it there. It drinks a little hot. Than the last one.
Yeah, a little better viscosity too. More
Yep.
of that caramely taste.
Yeah, this one has more of a complexity to it than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
I dig it, man.
Now, even if you end up picking the one that you like, that is lower cost,
Right.
lower price point, I always find that to be a good thing.
110%.
And it's like, wow, I like something that's not super expensive.
Yep.
I'm gonna buy that.
I'm into it. Number 3.
All right. Also, pretty good color.
Yeah. So a little bit lighter than the last one.
Great.
Ooh, this one's interesting.
Is this one buttery? More
This
buttery?
one's got some more, yeah. Almost like a cinnamon buttery popcorn.
I have a hunch. I have a hunch here, but we're gonna taste before we start hunching.
Wow, I love that. Oh yeah. So this one, cinnamon, but a ton of butterscotch.
Mm-hmm.
Like a ton of butter, and it's got this light butterscotch to it. But then there's that cinnamon.
Woo!
And somebody,
That is tasty.
before we started, said this is buttery.
Yeah, it's like Cinnabon in your mouth. I love it.
Yep.
Excited that you have the bottle. Now they're all good.
Yeah,
like,
I've not been disappointed. This
Yeah.
is my favorite blend ever.
I thought it was me. Oh,
That's a good one. Ooh, number 4? You're going back for 3. You
I
can't
just
stop.
wanna-
You
I
might
just-
as well.
yeah.
I mean, we're here.
I just want to. I want to take my hunching.
To the next level.
Yeah, you know,
wanna
I
solidify
am
the
starting to think this is RD1, but we'll. Or am I supposed to keep this a secret from you?
Not for me, no. I would have picked that too.
I have to rinse my palate here.
Palate rinse. That's not a
a
bad
lot.
idea.
That's
You know
a
what?
lot.
That's not a bad idea. There's a lot of cinnamon going on.
Yeah, cinnamon begetting cinnamon. A lot of flavor.
Cinnamon on top of cinnamon on top of cinnamon. We spent a lot of time before this video started saying cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Ooh, smells pretty good.
I'm a big fan of that one.
A little more cookie, gingerbready yumminess.
Yep.
I like that. You know, sometimes I just love to sit and smell. Did you taste already?
Yep.
Oh, I bet you look happy.
Yep.
You look happy.
That is a different. That is 100% like gingerbread cookie cinnamon. Just like you called it, off the nose. Like it just has that real cookie vibe to it.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. This is
That was tasty.
yeah. If the family's making cookies,
Yep.
it's like
This is it.
pour me this
Yep.
while we're making cookies, and I will consume much cookie dough while I drink this.
Wow.
That's very tasty.
That's interesting how it's crazy how all these things are all finished in Amburana, but how they all get a different expression of that. Where it's like butterscotch, buttery, cinnamon stuff. Then you've got the cookie note. You got like a Cinnabon plus frosting type of a note on different things. It's like, wow. I'm a fan. I won't lie to you. Never would. It's not my thing. Now we gotta find our favorite.
I do. Yeah. I like them all. And that's the hard part, right? You know, it's like, you know, going to one of your favorite restaurants and they have like 10 things on the menu you really like.
Yep.
That's kind of what like this is like right now.
100%. That is just nutty. Not like it has a nutty flavor, it's just boggling my mind.
I would love to get all these right? Because who doesn't like being right?
Who doesn't like being right?
I love being right.
I'm gonna be wrong, but I wanna be right.
One that we know is that we can't go wrong with any of these, right? So if you're out shopping, because we know some of these are really hard to find, right? Which is kind of a darn shame. You know, whiskey and bourbon's meant to be consumed. You want everyone to have access to this. We love to share. Like it's meant to be shared and enjoyed with people.
Yep.
And I really think that you know, it'd be like this not being available in Minnesota. It's hard to find.
It's a
You know,
bummer.
it's kind of a bummer.
Because it's tasty.
It is very good. And so is that one, which is now, you did find that one in Minnesota,
Well, kind of.
sort of.
Yeah, I had to trade somebody for it.
You had to do some searching. But it's
Yeah.
now starting to hit shelves.
Yep.
When the barrel one is around, right? So that's a
Yep.
good thing.
That one is very limited, and I don't
Doc
think it's
is
around
limited.
as much.
So,
Because
so the good news is like, hey,
Right.
there is stuff around,
With this Amburana finish.
Amburana stuff, which I like. I just think it's fun. See, and then I come back to 2. I'm like, oh, okay, that actually, I really do enjoy that one as well. At this point, I'm trying to distinguish which is which.
Yep. So the way we do it normally, racehorse style. Push your favorite one further forward and your least favorite back.
Wait, so you're already done? Was that? Did I just witness you being
I
done?
think
Or you're
this is my. I think this is probably my order.
Oh man, I'm going back and forth between 3 and 2 in terms of who is 2. So I'm trying to take shorter sips to make sure I feel like I get this right. And you know, who am I? I'm just a random guy in Minnesota.
We're just random guys up here in Minnesota trying to have a good time.
Not an expert.
We're not Fred Minnick here.
Yeah, I feel you can't go wrong with any of these, really.
Right.
It's just which one is number one. It's a lot of water being consumed here.
Tons. And it's also important to make sure your water intake is adequate
100%.
when drinking whiskey.
100%.
Don't wreck yourself.
You do not want to wake up sore.
Yeah, because whiskey is meant to be enjoyed, not waking up the next morning and being wrecked.
Agreed. Okay.
Wow. He's going for it.
Oh,
No,
so
no,
you're
no, not like that. I mean, he's going for that one being way up there.
Oh, so it's also how many lengths the horse finishes as well.
Exactly.
This is a thing. Okay.
Like, if you have this guy way back here, like, yeah,
Okay.
that's bottom shelf trash.
Well, as long as you get all the emailed complaints, then we're good. And the negative comments.
Yep, I will.
I'm fine with that.
Wow, they're just so good.
I am trying to be honest about, like, you know, I've never done a blind tasting other than for one, and I mentioned this in the previous time I was here, that private barrel selection we did at Buffalo Trace, right? Where very similar, we were tasting 4, and getting to the last 2 was a big struggle for me, because I had 2 that were actually 3 that were in contention, and trying to figure out what that last one that I thought was the top horse was difficult.
Wow. This is incredible.
Okay, I think that's 3. I think this is 2.
Yeah.
This is your 1. 3
I think
is
that's
your
my
one?
number 1.
It's pretty good. I mean,
Like, if I had to, like, these two are like neck and neck. Like, it's a photo finish. With this one, with that butterscotchy plus cinnamon, is. Like,
I agree that it's
butterscotch is my
it's
vibe.
neck and neck.
Now, which ones do you think they are?
Oh, I don't get a real accent on this. I was just enjoying my horses finishing.
Yeah, well, now it's time. It's time to name the horses.
So how's this work? We each guess,
Yeah.
or we set the bottle behind the glass, and that's what we're gonna.
No, you can just guess. You can just be like, I think this one's RD1, this one's barrel, this one's dock, this one's red line. That's what I would think. And that could be 100% wrong.
Mm-hmm. So this goes me go first, and
Yeah,
then you
go
go.
for it.
Oh, okay, all right.
What are you feeling?
I think this one might be barrel.
Okay.
I'd be interested to know if you think it's barrel, because you've had barrel before. But I think it's barrel, red line. Sorry. I think this is barrel. I'm gonna get them all wrong. This would be bad.
That's happened to me before.
Good. That's good to know. I do think that this one is. I think the last one is RD1. That's what I think. I think this one. I think this one's red line. I think this one is docks, and I think this one is barrel. Now I can't taste back and forth again to confirm my selections.
Am I?
And I think I said so many words that no one's gonna remember unless you like rewind. So
Right. Yeah. So don't worry about
I
it.
feel totally confident now.
I think this one's RD1.
You do?
Yeah.
It could be.
We don't know.
We don't know.
I think this one is barrel.
Ooh, wow. That means we're on opposite ends of the spectrum.
We're way off from each other.
And we're still friends.
That's crazy how that works.
Yeah,
You don't have to like the same things.
you can be on the other side of the spectrum and it's fine.
Crazy how that works. I would guess these two are messing me up between Redline and Doc. I could go either way. I'm gonna say this guy's red line and that guy's Doc. Now we gotta call in our illustrious judge.
All right, is the judge gonna like set the bottles in order?
The judge can just tell us like what from left to right. What are the glasses?
All right, left to right.
All right. Drum roll.
Yep. Let's put the bottle on order.
All right. The first one on the left is Doc's.
Whoa! We were both wrong. No, I was right.
You were?
Yeah, because I was going red line.
Oh, okay, you're right.
The second.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Is barrel.
Wow.
Okay.
The third is RD1.
Oh, let's go! You were right.
And the fourth is red line.
Dang!
Oh, look at that!
Look at it.
Oh. And this is my bottle.
Yeah.
I picked my bottle that I liked the most. And I thought that I was gonna like this one the most.
I'm glad I
like
liked it the most.
photo finish. Hey, photo finish party. These two guys are here.
Exactly. Red line, RD1. Boom.
And I'm looking at me being wrong. I don't know that I've ever been this wrong
I've been
and been this
wrong.
happy.
Yep.
So I mean,
Exactly. This is a good ROM right here.
yeah.
You're going home with a winning bottle. Okay? And so am I.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let us know in the comments below which one of these you have tried and which one has been your favorite. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.